Hello, fellow planters. So today I'm going to take some Pilea Libanensis that I simply propagated in a shot glass that I put against the bathroom windowsill on the west-facing window, and they root pretty fast. I have also some dying leaves of Begonia maculata, but that will be in another video. Anyway, the thing I'm going to do now is propagate these into a simple empty Siggy's yogurt container. I love these containers because they fit in regular mugs, and then you can mount them on a pedestal if you wanted to. So they'll be in the mug on a pedestal, hanging down, and it will look nice. Or you can take some stuff like this, some wall planters, and make macrame with them if you wanted to, and then have them basically hanging down. That's the beauty of these tiny trailing plants. There is so much you can do as far as little gift ideas for people. So what I'm going to do is I have some soil over here, and I'm going to basically fill this with soil, and it is extremely dry, but I have it a 50-50 mix of soil with perlite. You know, you don't have to go that heavy of a mix of perlite in there, but I did because it's good if you're planting succulents to make it more airy. And you could put a layer of perlite underneath just to soak up any excess water if you like. But the Pilea should do fine if you accidentally overfill the container, and these containers are pretty small, so it will dry fast as well. So it's not really a big issue with such tiny containers, which is one of the nice things about a simple project like these. You know, even those macrames, they don't hold that much soil. You know, you don't want to fill it up to the very rim. This design, the hole is at the very top, but one like this, the hole is down in there. So essentially, this one will have soil filled to about here and not all the way to the rim. And this one, this design here, the hole is just near the lip, just a little under, so you probably fill it to about here at the most. So essentially these you wouldn't be flooding with water anyway, because then it will overflow and, excuse me, start to discolor the cording for the macrame. So once you have enough soil in the container, and I like to fill it up. If you fill it up all the way to the rim, it becomes hard to water, but a lot of times the soil settles and it never feels like it was filled up enough, you know? So if you ever have to put any more soil, you can. So now that is taken care of. The next thing you want to do is make sure the soil is oversaturated. When you water propagate by taking cuttings and sticking them in water, the roots that come out in the water are what's known as water roots. They're a little more fragile than the roots that develop in soil. So when you propagate and you overflood the pot with water, then it's going to help those water roots adjust while you have the more hardened and tougher roots that grow in the soil develop. And also you don't want to crush the roots because they're more fragile. They can basically crush the roots, and then if they go, the plant may die rather than start to form new roots, like if you just stick the cutting directly into soil and let roots develop in the soil. And for that, you do want to also flood the soil with water. As you can see, it's settled a little bit, so I did add just a little bit more soil to it. So now I can shake this. I didn't use the spoon to flatten this, but you can see the moisture sticks to the tweezers. Okay, so now that I have this going, I'm going to take these one by one if I can, and you can see the water roots, and then you can stick them in there. So walking closer to the camera, you can see the water roots. And it has a good, nice, healthy root system. So that root system would be what you want to make sure it's stuck in the soil. And I have another root growing here, so this one, I'm actually going to place it flat on the surface and make sure the roots are going to be in a little bit of soil. And this way, the roots will soak in and I could have new stems propping up and get this to fill the container more and be more nice and lush. So then you're going to do the same thing with all the others. So this one here, whoops, I'm going to stick it in the other direction. And you don't have to stick it in the other direction. You can have them all going in the same direction as though it's already established. But it's all a matter of the artist doing the planting. And yeah, sometimes planting things properly is a form of art. So you want to make sure that as you plant them, it's going to be presentable and look good so that people can enjoy it and not say, what is that? So here I stick the last one and I'm sticking that in there. And now let me show you guys the finished product. So as you can see, I have a lot of water in there and I have these planted and they will soon establish and be a very happy plant. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative and have some really good ideas on how you can plant these things in a way that people would appreciate, whether you put them in a container to where you can put them in swappable mugs, or whether you put them in a wall planting macrame or regular macrame, or some other form of your own creativity. So thank you for watching. Please hit that subscribe button to stay privy on my upcoming videos, and happy planting!